bay and make sure it's not there anymore.
Through it all, Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview. How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know? I'm so blessed.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we're discussing Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors has had his first interview after he was found guilty of some charges that were brought against him. And people have a lot to say about the interview. Now, a lot of people have an issue with his apparent obsession with Coretta Scott King.
Held me down like a Coretta.
She says inside the car, you hit her in the face,
Yeah.
twist her arm behind her back, fracture her middle finger.
Yeah, that did not happen.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew. That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace.
All I could think the entire time was, and scene. This fool was acting his butt off, and Megan was just in the background, just like, that's my man, my man, my man. This is not a good look. He should have just stayed silent. Go ahead and take the verdict because it is what it is, right? You can always appeal if you really want to fight it. At this point, move on. Your image has been tarnished and you need to do what it takes to start rebuilding the trust of these studios and of the audience. The quote of the Coretta Scott King, like, boy, give it up. And then on top of that, he's like stuttering through the interview. She asked him about how did the girl get the injuries, and he like pauses for a very long time to try to think about it because he's trying to come up with an excuse. He's trying to come up with an explanation.
Let his hand go, sis. Let his hand go. You said she held you down like a Coretta. It's because she is one. Before that, you were dating Marilyn Monroe, so you wouldn't know that. And you want her to act like a Coretta, but she wasn't. She was Marilyn Monroe. Us as black women, we need to stop accepting these black men after they play in our faces. It's real disrespectful, not only that they do it to us, but it's the fact that we allow them to do it. And we enable their behavior. He wanted a snow bunny, let him have his snow cream castle. Because what is this? She held me down like a Coretta because she is one. She's a black woman, okay? It's just real disrespectful you to be hand in hand with this woman as she goes to court. And she's holding you down because she's a black woman. And we're the most nurturing people on earth. And for what?
See, I initially thought that since Jonathan Majors liked to dress up as though he was from the civil rights era, that he knew a lot about it. But now I'm starting to think that he actually doesn't know a damn thing. Especially when it comes to Coretta Scott King. Because does he actually know anything about this woman? Does he know that Coretta Scott King was more than just support for Martin Luther King? Does he know that she had more of a role in this life and the civil rights movement than to just prop up Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Because that seems to be the context in which he keeps bringing up her name. So this morning he goes on his first interview after his conviction, and when they bring up Megan Good, who was right there at the interview, he says she held him down like Coretta Scott King. So, like, for one, why are you so obsessed with Coretta Scott King? And two, why is this the only context that you keep invoking her name? Like, there is just so more to Coretta Scott King besides being a wife and a mother. Like, she was an activist. She was out there.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel.
It is absolutely disgusting to watch Jonathan Majors try to invoke the life and legacy of Coretta Scott King in this moment. To say that his girlfriend, Megan Good, held him down during a trial where he was facing charges related to aggravated assault, harassment, and emotional and physical violence towards his last girlfriend. And this is all happening during a moment of racial division, where there is racially charged language, ideology, and practices currently taking place in this country and around the world. Jonathan Majors has the audacity to compare his relationship with Megan Good to Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King. And he's intentionally using this language to invoke a certain emotion within Black people and white people to prevent folks from holding him accountable to his actions despite all of the evidence to the contrary. And it's so insidious because it intentionally places Black oppression in odds or in opposition with violence against women. And that at its core places more women, particularly Black women, in danger of this type of violence in the future.
Honestly, Jonathan Majors' obsession with Coretta Scott King is so insane, but it's so funny. Like, please watch this video.
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know?
What is the obsession?
I'm so blessed to have her. You know, the relationship is still fresh, but...
Like, I don't understand the obsession. Why does he keep bringing her up? Like, I just don't understand. I feel like Megan Good is, like, just a pawn in all of this. Like, she is just basically, like, a smear for his little PR campaign that basically wants to convince the public, like, yes, he likes Black women, he cherishes Black women, he protects Black women. And I just don't understand. Why? Megan, blink twice if you need help, sister. Like, this is not the way. You don't need to be with this man. The fact that she's even at the interview, sister, please. Like, what is going on? He should have just kept silent at this point.
I think the worst thing about this Jonathan Majors situation is that he could very well be being genuine, but I'll never know. He's an actor. You can't believe an actor because he could go in there with his mind on that he playing a role. Second thing, and this I'm going to say to you, brother, Jonathan Majors, my brother. Let this civil rights shit go, man. Let that go. Let that be. Send that off into the ether. Okay? You're just an actor. Do you have to do rigorous preparation and memorization and, you know, take yourself to another place to do that? Yes, but just like what a LeBron does is he puts a ball in a hoop at an elite level. You play pretend at an elite level. Now, on the rebound, you with Megan Good. Stop calling that lady Coretta, man. Just let all of that civil rights. See, y'all call this man civil rights fine, and he done let that shit go to his head. Okay, you got Megan Good. You bounce back, brother. At least in the woman department. Now stay away from the motherfucking snow bunnies. Don't step out of the relationship. Don't be a coward. If you want to leave, then leave. We'll see you in the next movie. You know, they'll use you again. You'll be in another movie. Cause this could have been an audition for all we motherfucking know.
You know who I blame for Jonathan Majors thinking he's Martin Luther King? Y'all were talking about, oh, he is civil rights fine. Oh, he is Montgomery bus boycott fine. Oh, he is a sharecropping fine. Like, it got weird. It got weird on the internet. Like, y'all can't just say that this man is handsome. Y'all gotta talk about a time period where Black people in America were fighting for their lives to prove that he... I was just like, I don't understand. But now he thinks he's Dr. King. Now he thinks he's Dr. King. He's saying Megan Good is Coretta Scott King. He said the white lady, he wanted her to be like Coretta Scott. Like, it's like, who's to blame, really?
Coretta Scott King wasn't Martin Luther King's little girlfriend or little wife. She wasn't a background character. She wasn't just his ride or die down chick. Coretta Scott King was a force to be reckoned with in her own right. Jonathan Majors compared Megan Good to Coretta Scott King, but not even in like bolstering her accomplishments or anything. He said that she held him down like a Coretta. So either his ego is just horrendously overinflated, like just humongous, gargantuan in nature, because he has done absolutely nothing to be compared to Martin Luther King. It's not revolutionary or radical to be on trial, to have gone to court for assaulting and abusing someone, much less your partner. That's not even a good thing. Or he knows absolutely nothing about Coretta Scott King besides the fact that she held Martin Luther King down, despite the fact that he was a serial adulterer, which is also bad. Or it's both. It's probably both. Regardless, let this be an opportunity for you as you wonder why on earth he would invoke Coretta Scott King's name in a moment like this, to learn a little bit more about her and her accomplishments and just how amazing she was, because she was really dope outside of just being married to Martin Luther King.
Being more in tune with media literacy, you can tell things just from where it's set up, right? Just from a simple screenshot in the headline. So Jonathan Majors is basically having his first post-verdict interview on Good Morning America. If you don't know Good Morning America airs on ABC. ABC is owned by Disney. Disney also owns Marvel, the same studio that fired him after the verdict was read. We all know Marvel was waiting for that verdict to be held because basically they had option A. If he's cleared, we're going to keep him. If he's not, we're going to kick him out. So it's very surprising that not only do they have him doing his first sit down on ABC Network, but they have him sitting down with Lindsay Davis, not Michael Strahan, not Robin Roberts. Now, if you watched ABC News or Good Morning America, I say watch because they play into the Israel propaganda. You know that Robin Roberts does not stray away from the important questions. If you remember back when, Jesse Smollett went on his whole hobo tour trying to put up the lie, she sat him down and basically they had that disastrous interview. Michael Strahan, he has his own past, with the accusations from his ex-wife during the divorce. So I understand his team not wanting to sit down with him. Choosing a light-skinned black woman to sit down with him? Child, we see it.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, I'm so blessed to have her, The relationship is still fresh, but, I think I found her.
It's no you lying. For you to liken yourself to one of the greatest civil rights leaders of all time, because you played in a couple of Marvel movies, sir? Is that what it is? Because you played Kang the Conqueror, you think you're Martin Luther King? Not King, Kang. The situation with Megan Good and Jonathan Majors is a really unique one because rarely do you get a glimpse into what your mate is like in previous relationships, especially this kind of view. You see how he is when he's really angry. Because I feel like the two of them are still in their honeymoon phase. Until you've seen a man angry, you don't know that man. And she has heard with the audio tapes and some of the visuals how he really is. Megan, you in danger, girl.
Now, if you don't remember, during the court case, there was an audio that was played of when he was talking to his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, and saying that she should model herself, she should act like Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama.
Period. This is action. Period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just going to say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm going to say it, I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have felt bold enough like, oh, babe, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine, I can take.
Now, people are wondering why he keeps on mentioning Coretta Scott King and why he's inferring that Megan Good is like Coretta Scott King. They're wondering what is his fixation with Coretta Scott King. And the daughter of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King had some things to say about the mentioning of her mother's name all the time.
Jonathan Majors is going viral right now for saying this.
Through it all, Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview. How would you describe your relationship?
Well, she's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know?
But Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter and Coretta Scott King's daughter just tweeted that her mother's name, Coretta Scott, shouldn't be used by Jonathan Majors as a prop.
Basically, she was saying, keep my mother's name out of your mouth and don't involve her in your shenanigans. Any which way, Jonathan Majors had some things to say about people attacking him for mentioning Coretta Scott King's name. Also, people were wondering why he did an interview with a network that is owned by Disney that fired him immediately he was found guilty.
So Jonathan Majors got fired from Disney, right? Got convicted of assault and got fired from Disney. So I'm thinking, all right, that's the end of that story. Nobody's worried about fucking Jonathan Majors anymore. Bro was fighting his girlfriend. Can't do that, buddy. And then I see Jonathan Majors tell all Good Morning America. Of all news networks, of all places to go do a tell-all, you choose Good Morning America. I'm like, why? Why Good Morning America? And then I do a little bit of critical thinking in my brain. Good Morning America is operated by ABC News. Who the do you think owns ABC News? So Disney fired Jonathan Majors for fighting his girlfriend. Then they were like, okay, we're going to do an interview. We're going to do a tell-all. And if this goes well, we'll rehire you. What the is going on? How is this allowed? How is this allowed? They're using Good Morning America to gauge public opinion and then be like, all right, should we fire this guy or not?
Now, here are my own thoughts about the whole situation. I feel like Jonathan Majors has this delusion of grandeur thinking or something. I think he feels like he's a human rights activist. He's the next Martin Luther King. He's the next Nelson Mandela. So he keeps on saying, I'm a great person. Yeah, he might think he's a great person. But he thinks he's a great person to the level of Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela and even Barack Obama. Now, I feel like he's trying to model himself as an activist, and with the whole interview, which I don't know if it was right to do, especially with a network that is owned by the people that fired you, but I feel like he wants to have that image. And he's looking for trouble, in my own opinion. I feel like he wants to get jail time. That is my own opinion. I feel like he wants to get jail time, then come out, then model his brand as I'm fighting for justice. I was being wrong. That if it was a black woman that was chasing a white man, they would not have found him guilty or something. He's trying to like model himself to be like he's fighting for justice. He's being treated badly because he's black or something. I feel like he's looking for that opportunity to like model his brand to that kind of activist or justice fighting person. That is my own personal opinion about that. So I think he's actually looking for trouble, because I really don't know why he had to do the interview. He should have waited. In my own opinion, I felt like he should have waited till the verdict was in and everything, and he has been sentenced or whatever, and then he can now start doing interviews up and down. I don't know why he did it, but like the last person said, it's possible that Disney was using the interview to like self-land him or try to make him look good to be able to bring him back into the franchise. I don't know. It's possible. Maybe they're trying to like get a feel of what people think about him, if they feel like he was he was treated unjustly by the justice system and something, and then maybe if people are like, oh, he was not treated right, he was done this and that, and then they will now be like, okay, let's recall him back. I don't know, because how can you go to the network that is owned by the people that fired you immediately, like as it was dropping that you were guilty, they were dropping the memo that they fired you. So I don't know what the logic was all about, but he has done it. Personally, that interview did not do it for me. I'm sorry to say. I just felt like he was acting. I don't know. I've never watched him act before. I've never watched any of his movies. But I just was looking, I was like, I don't trust this man. He's an actor. So all this thing he's doing is theatrics, in my own opinion. I was like, what is all this? I did not feel it at all. And this is my own personal opinion. I did not feel it. I did not understand what Megan Good was doing there. What was the point of attending the interview with him? And then looking like this. Like, I don't get it. What was that? I was like, is she auditioning for a film where she's going to be the supportive partner and be doing like that? I don't get it. What is all this thing? If he wants to do an interview, why did she follow him there? Is she supposed to teach him what to say or something? I don't know. There was no point. Okay, attending court cases, oh, it's okay. But what was the point in going for the interview? Like, I don't get. You can stay in the hotel while he's doing the interview and then you find out, okay, what happened? And they're doing like this. I can't even do the way she was doing. I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. Are they acting? Are they auditioning for a show or a movie role? I don't know. It was just weird to me. The whole thing is weird to me. And I don't know how this is going to affect the verdict. I don't know if it's going to make them throw him in jail or they're still going to do a fine. People feel that he's going to get a fine or probation or community service or something. But with the whole theatrics that he's doing, I don't even know if he might get jail time. Like I said, I feel like he wants that. He actually wants that. Then there should be a picture of him in handcuffs. There should be a picture of him in prison wear. Then we now turn it to Nelson Mandela kind of thing. That's what I feel. But I might be wrong. Any which way, I would love to hear your thoughts about the whole situation. Do you think that interview was a good move? Do you think that this is going to affect his verdict? Do you understand his apparent obsession with Coretta Scott King? Do you feel like he needs to back down from mentioning her name all the time and trying to model his girlfriends to be like those women? I would love to hear your thoughts about the whole situation. So please leave your comments in the comment section and let's get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.